Alrighty, this is going to be the Silver Archives first session for A Tale of Shadow and Fire. We are currently ongoing, and with our four players here with us today, would anybody like to give me a heads up as to what happened last time?
Someone other than me, I have 5 hero points already.
What I remember was we started onto we walked through the swamp. Was it the swamp where we met the dragon? I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
We were going through the swamp. We took a long rest. We all had a watch, and then at the very end, I believe Selv took it with
So,
uh the half dragon guy. I forgot his name.
Korvac.
We're back.
Go back, and you guys met a legendary black dragon. And instead of fighting, and he made a deal with Selves.
So,
And his part of the deal was to give us information about a lady in the west. All part of the deal was to bring something from the dragon that were hunting's horde to him that seems like something he would like. On our way there, we stopped at an inn in the swamps where we got off our mounts and rented some boats. We started going up the swamp, and that's where we seen a big giant building with chicken legs.
I got the order out of Rumble there. Y'all got the boats before heading into the swamp, and you met the dragon inside the swamp. So after you had been
Oh,
at
okay.
the inn, they had showed up during the last watch, and the next morning y'all headed out on their instructions, finding the chicken house.
Yep. Sorry. Got a little mixed up, guys.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I'm
all
here to
good.
connect it. Reconnect it. You go ahead and take your hero point. Y'all have just moved around a large fallen tree, and you can see the house kind of crouched in the water where the baseline or the foundation of the building is just above the water. So if you sail right up to it, you'll be able to step up into the building if you open the door. Currently, I believe Darian is in charge of the main boat while Korvac is sailing the other one, as it's him and Rufus in that one.
Phil's gonna grab a hold of Tamerlane and turn his face to her and go, "Do not attack unless we are attacked first, or one of us attacks. Got it?"
You see, like, him focus for a second and realize, okay, understood. You then see him, like, reaching down to go grab his flask.
Phil is
I got a
going to
feeling-
stop you. You do
no.
not get to be drunk during this, or high, or whatever is in that flask.
It's not drunk or high. It's meant to calm my nerves so I don't do anything rash or stupid or explosive.
What's in it?
I don't know. All I know is it works kind of like the calm mind spell, or like the calm emotions.
No.
So the one that led him to having a seizure a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
no, that was me trying to read the book.
Oh, right.
It was a combination of both.
Yeah, you took the drink, and then that made you think you could do it. But
Yeah.
Well, no. In fairness, I did mix it with like 4 other things.
Phil is going to
is
go,
it.
"You're doing this sober, and you're going to sit down and behave."
Fine. I'll drink or snort this later.
Oh my god.
It's nice that you have options, at least.
Phil
could
just
use-
looks at April and goes, "Is there such a thing as somewhere we could take him that will help with his addiction?"
It's not an addiction. It's a lifestyle choice.
It is an addiction.
Out of-
April?
I imagine there's
Out of-
somewhere in the main cities that might be able to help. Don't send him to hell,
Okay.
though. It'll just get more costly. As the pink-haired tiefling is sitting primly at the front of the boat next to Sigurd. She looks relatively good considering the things that she's been through in the last couple days, weeks. Dude, there's still she doesn't even look like she was recently pregnant anymore. Her body having slimmed down to how you knew her when you first met her, and she's got a big smile on her face, and she's ready to deal with whatever is coming.
What are you talking about? When we first met her, she was pregnant.
Yeah, but she didn't look it.
Oh no, I knew she did. That was literally the thing, is that I knew she was pregnant.
Yeah.
She wasn't as big, but I am assuming that she's.
She met y'all the night after.
Wait,
When y'all first met her, she didn't really show. It picked up pretty quickly, but
no, because Purple got her pregnant at the beginning of the campaign. We went through the Dwarven Rubens and all of that. Yeah.
Either way,
It had been a while. She was
slimmed back
pregnant.
down. She has slimmed back down to her normal state.
Okay.
She's been doing yoga.
That's some really good yoga.
She's been doing menial labor with the statues in the Whispering Wood to slim back down.
Yeah.
But you know, succubuses, they're really good at what they do.
That they are. Bring us in, Darian.
Oh, well, certainly try. First time piloting a boat, so hopefully I can land it properly.
I have complete faith in you.
Darian will gently move the boat up to the front door. Try to hit it too hard.
Roll me a dexterity.
Oh, that's my worst one.
Oh, I can't assist in this one. I'm a stupid monk. Sorry.
That not meant to be a save. It's a 4.
But Darian, you start trying to turn, and you're not all that good at it. And you try to put the long stick down in the water to try to turn it, and you end up losing your balance a little bit, so you have to pull it back out to stop it from getting stuck, which leads the boat to not turning as well as the boat bumps into the building.
Oh, goody.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm trying my best, okay?
It's fine, Darian. It's fine. None of us know how to steer this thing.
You see, as there's a little, after y'all bump against the building, the boat kind of shimmies back. But then you'll see something strange happen as Darian's starting to put the pole back in. The boat starts to twist on its own.
See, I told you to get the hang of it.
As y'all shift right up to the door.
Does Colback's boat look like it's doing the same thing?
He's actually got it stopped a ways back. As you can see, he's holding on to the stick. I think it may be better if I wait behind. We don't know what is waiting, and if there is a trap just beyond the door, having somebody to come and assist afterward may be helpful.
So we'll nod. She's gonna knock on the door.
You hear the echo behind the door seems louder than you would have expected for this small, maybe 25-foot building. You hear it reverberate. And as you wait, you start to hear a voice. Yeah, I'm coming. Who the fuck's coming in the middle of his day, isn't it? Well, I guess that's not so bad. But I'm in a swamp. Who comes to visit in a swamp, of all things? As you start hearing the click of locks coming undone. Oh, what if it's a pizza guy? We haven't had a pizza guy out here in a while. Suppose that's because Jimmy ate him. Damn it, Jimmy. And the reason we got fucking leveled. We don't get to get pizza anymore. As y'all see the door open, and not a person, but an imp opens the door. Who the fuck are you? You got any pizza?
What's pizza?
Oh, you fucking one of those bitches, aren't you? Wait, what air is this again?
It's 1 second. I have this listed down. Dun, 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 dun. If you're asking for the date, it's 1492.
1492 what?
DR, I think, above table.
Yeah.
1492 DR.
DR. DR. Oh, you're one of those old bitches. What you doing here? How did I get here? DR. You don't have fucking pizza in DR. Why are you trying to deliver pizza in the past?
That is highly concerning. We were sent here to offer aid to a woman. I'm going to assume probably whoever you're working for.
Oh, who sent you? Wasn't that
Above
angry
table.
pizza guy, yeah?
Above table, will you remind me what the dragon's name was?
I thought it was just a black dragon. I didn't think we got a name.
Yo, they were
I know
able
its
to
title.
identify it.
Why I knew not to mess with it.
It was known as Vorgamanthir, otherwise known as the Black Death.
The Black Death sent us.
Oh, is that the old worm still running about? I thought they would have gotten killed by now. Oh well. Well, if you're working for that fuck, come on in, I suppose. You don't have any pizza. No, you wouldn't have that. That's been invented yet. Ah, well, try not to park any mud in on the way in. As you see, they disappear deeper into the home.
Nondescript home.
The chicken
Still
home.
just looks at Darian before going to step out into the room to follow.
Was he
Darren-
speaking? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dale.
Oh, Darren just looks at you in a completely puzzled like manner. Like, I have no idea either.
That whole rant he said behind the door before you opened it about the pizza getting killed, the pizza man getting killed by. Did we hear that? All of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll keep a lookout for Jimmy.
Jimmy's Pizza.
Phil's going to help April up.
Thank you.
And she'll nod.
You know, you're
Does
nicer
anybody
than
know-
my own husband. Odd. Oh, I suppose
Wait.
he never got actually married. He was officially going to take my daughter in, though. It would mean marriage, wouldn't it?
You need to talk to the export, and he'll point to Sylves.
Yeah, Sil goes. Let's be honest, April, that was going to be a very complicated situation.
I suppose so. Well, at least he
Could
was
he
from
have
good
been
stock.
a man in What was that?
At least he was from good stock, so I hear. Perhaps my daughter won't have his proclivities, though even if she does, I suppose it won't last through the university.
Above table. April doesn't know what's going on with Pervel, does she?
She doesn't have a good idea of what happened because she wasn't with y'all when all that happened, I believe.
Yeah, Phil's having a dawning realization of having to explain this to April, but now is not the time. April, you and me need to have a conversation after we get out of this swamp.
That
Okay?
never begets good information that I want to hear. Has something happened?
A lot has happened. Unfortunately, it slipped my mind due to the fact that, well, you've been pregnant.
Yes, well, I couldn't really help it. Though my daughter will be quite amazing once she's finally back. I do look forward to it. I already miss her.
I can't wait till we meet back up with her. If I remember correctly, as I go check a name, Alric told us that she should meet us in Neverwinter. Wait a minute.
You also did teleport to Neverwinter instead of walking.
Yeah, Alric told us we'd be able to meet her in Neverwinter. Granted, I don't think he assumed that we'd teleport here, so. Above table, had we walked, how long would it taken us to get here, roughly?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me double check. So you were there. Probably about a 10-day. Maybe longer.
My guesstimate is she will probably be here within a month.
That would be my expectation too. But shall we?
Yes.
She's going to turn around and offer a hand to whoever's coming in behind her.
Before we leave the boat, does anybody have prestidigitation by any chance?
I do.
Would you mind just giving it a bit of a clean up? They seemed like they were.
I snap my finger. I snap
Oh,
my finger and press dictate.
Thank you very much. I just didn't want to be treading in the mud into the house, you know.
Fair. As y'all enter, you see a relatively large room, kind of set like a living room. You got a nice large oven. Off to the right, you got a chicken pen, some cozy chairs, some shelves, and whatnot. But you see the imp is standing waiting for you as there's also a black cat sitting on an armchair.
Kitty.
And Shill's gonna look at the kitty and go, well, aren't you adorable?
They look up at you, kind of open an eye. Yes, Jimmy does seem to be that way, doesn't he? You
This
see
is what
the
killed
imp
them.
gives the cat a dirty look. The cat yawns at him.
Wait, the cat's called Jimmy?
Yes, this is Jim. Jimantha, Jim Carditus the Third, the last light of a dying world. He has many names. I just call him the asshole who steals the best chairs. He gives him a side eye.
I would say they're very dramatic names for a cat, but this is a cat we're talking about, so probably appropriate, to be honest.
He might be a cat, but he's not just a cat. Keep your eye on him. He has a habit of... He turns around, then kind of looks from one side, then to the other, as y'all realize the cat's gone. You son of a bitch, where'd you go?
Gonna look around, see if she can see the cat.
You do not see the cat.
Aw. I wanted to give him scritches.
Hmm.
Still
That's
pouts.
what he wants you to do. He'll just appear and go, meow, give me scritches. And you have to give him scritches. And then it's even worse when he's stitching you that. And you can't fucking go anywhere. Killed my cousin that way. Sat him down, sat in his lap all the way until he starved.
Why didn't
Kevin was an
anyone
idiot.
bring him food?
Because no one knew. And he was worried if he shifted, he might disturb Jimmy. Fucking Jimmy.
Still is just going to walk up to this imp and just pat it on the shoulder. Like, they're there.
Now, you wanted to talk to the mistress, yeah?
Yes.
I'll go get her. Make yourself comfortable. And look out for Jimmy.
Will do.
You see he goes over here. We'll put this bookshelf here. Fucking bookshelves. He's gonna knock on the bookshelf, and you see the bookshelf splits down the middle and then opens, revealing a hallway. And he goes through it, the bookshelf closes behind him. Of course you fucking close. As you hear him complaining as his voice drifts off. He seems to be bitching out of a book, the bookshelf closing behind him.
Well, this place is certainly unique.
We're in a chicken
Also-
building. I'm not all that surprised. You hear from Tink.
I will say I do love this doormat.
Looks like
Got a
a
little guy on
capybara.
it.
Yeah, looks like a capybara. Still gonna go wander over to the bookshelf and like look at the titles on it.
You see some of them are what looks like magic books, herbalism books, a couple romance books, and then you see one that has been burned slightly out of aggression.
Still
Actually,
looks
there's
at
two of them like that.
still kneels down and takes a closer look at them.
It is a book that seems to be about moon cycles. You're not really sure. Moon cycles and times of day. And then the other one is about colors. It's kind of weird.
Still going to cast mending on it to see if she can make it not so charred.
It takes a little bit of effort, but you do manage to clean them up enough to get the proper titles for these books. As you see, the first book is a book by the name of Twilight, while the other one is 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Sparkling vampires, here we come.
So we got fairies that drink blood, and then the worst rendition of BDSM you could possibly have.
Isn't
On the
great
bright
if once
side,
you
whoever
how
was
there-
looking
how
at
there
him.
mul-
Go ahead.
What?
How there multiple? What? I was looking at it.
Phil's looking at it. What are you saying, Tamerlane?
He's kind of looking over the books and just being like, "Huh, I wonder if there's anything magic books here." As he maybe tries and reaches to go check one.
Yeah, there's
Tamerlane?
definitely some magic theory on there.
Don't do anything stupid.
Okay, don't touch the books. Got it.
But you see, whoever was reading these books last was not happy with the books.
Can't say I'm surprised, to be honest. With the second one, at least.
Phil's going to pick up both books as she's fixing them and reads the synopsis on the back.
Do you want me to read that for you? All right, that's
you
a
don't.
yes. Give me a second.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah, CC, please read us the synopsis of 50 Shades of Grey.
About three things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
God.
Just still reads that and goes, I have a distinct feeling I understand why this was burnt, and puts it back on the shelf and reads the other one.
More than 100 million copies sold worldwide. When literature student Anastasia Steele goes to interview young entrepreneur Christian Grey, she encounters a man who is beautiful, brilliant, and intimidating. The unworldly, innocent Anna is startled to realize she wants this man, and despite his enigmatic reserve, finds she is desperate to get close to him. Unable to resist Anna's quiet beauty, wit, and independent spirit, Gray admits he wants her too, but on his own terms. Shocked, yet thrilled by Gray's singular erotic tastes, Anna hesitates. For all the trappings of success, his multinational business, his vast wealth, his loving family, Gray is a man tormented by demons and consumed by the need to control. When the couple embarks on a daring, passionately physical affair, Anna discovers Christian Gray's secrets and explores her own dark desires. Erotic, amusing, and deeply moving, the 50 Shades trilogy is a tale that will obsess you, possess you, and stay with you forever.
Oh, I hope it doesn't.
Please put it back. Have that smut go around camp.
Sil, are you reading these out loud?
No, I am not.
Okay.
No, Syl is going to read that one and go, oh, and puts it right back on the shelf. Stands up, just dusts her hands off, dusts her
Yes, you do.
tunic
Can I get a
off.
perception check?
Yep.
I'm really hoping this book just randomly appears back in your bag at some point.
Oh my god. Where is my perception? Oh,
Give me an
okay.
eyeball check.
I am going.
If they still work, you know?
Okay. Syl, you hear very aggressive chittering from behind you.
Mm-hmm.
As you turn back around, and there is a spider on the bookshelf where you just put 50 Shades of Grey that is absolutely bitching this book out. Just like, what the fuck you put this here for? What you putting trash on my bookshelf for? You see this shit? I got rid of this shit for a reason. I burnt it in the fire. But now it's back, and you put it there, and I'm gonna curse your goddamn family. Everyone, your children, your mother, your father, that little bitch of a brother. I'm gonna get them all, and it's gonna be your fault.
Syl's going to
I
look
like-
at the spider and go, I mean, I can put the book back in the fire if you would like. That being said, I don't have a brother.
Well, I'll fuck your mother, then she'll have a brother, and then I'll curse it.
Damn.
Shall I kill
Would
the
you
spider?
just No, you may not. Would you just like me to burn the book?
I tried. Fucking won't burn. Too musty. Whoever had it last was real into it, and it's... Just throw it on the phone.
Okay. But Syl's going to take the book off the shelf and go, and tosses it in the fire anyway.
As you see, it sits there, and y'all are all... There's a scent that starts to permeate the room. It is not a good scent.
Please don't tell me it's leather.
Can I open the door? So this, like, the arrow out the... No.
You do, and you're realizing you don't see the swamp anymore. Just a field of stars.
Gotta ask. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I gotta ask Corbett what was on when we get back out of here, what he's seen. But go ahead.
Syl's gonna go, Tamerlane, April, I think it was April that said they had Presty.
Yeah.
I can do it too.
Yes, that's why she said, Tamerlane, April, do you mind?
I snap my finger and press to take your hand. effectively acting
No,
as
that's not
defender.
what she wants. She wants you to deal with the smell.
You see April tries to cover the smell, but it immediately gets stamped down as the spell starts to grow and grow. You hear the spider, "Get your fucking thing out the fire! I told you to throw it to the ground, it's gonna get worse! It's gonna summon them! It's gonna summon the spirits! The spirits of those musty bitches!"
Phil's going to just take it. Is going to grab the tongs in the fire and take it out.
Good, now stomp on it! Put it out! I don't want to smell it anymore!
Should I just throw it outside?
I don't know where it'll go, and I don't want to risk it becoming sentient.
That's fair. And she just starts stamping it out.
As the book starts to moan at you.
What the fuck?
Oh no, I forgot it's into that! Just leave it there. If we don't notice it, it's not there.
Phil kicks it under a chair.
Can I
Books.
Can I tap Tablin on the shoulder and point out the door and be like, "Is this looking familiar to you?"
Tamerlane?
You are muted, Tamlin. Uh-oh.
Okay,
Oh,
he
no, he
got
died.
ganked by Ned again. He'll be back at some point or another.
Alright, I'll save that convo for later.
Book is kicked under chair.
Darian, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the chickens.
You look at the chickens, and they're just these little white creatures. Some are white, some are brown. It's kind of nice to see the farm until they look at you and they have snake eyes, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to see if they were normal chickens. I assumed they wouldn't be.
You see, most of them are just kind of pecking at the floor, but one of them just looks up at you. And it's looking at you with one eye, so its head's turned to the side, since it's not a predator in front-facing eyes, side-facing eyes.
Hi, little guy.
You see the eye gets bigger as it's staring. The eye starts to bulge out of its socket a little bit.
Oh, that's disconcerting. I don't think these are normal chickens.
I don't think anything in here is normal. Phil is going to look at the spider and go, "And who are you?"
Carmichael. That's the name. Carmichael B. Spider.
Phil, it's a pleasure.
It is a pleasure indeed. You got that book off my fucking shelf. I can deal with the other one, with the apple. As long as it doesn't suddenly turn green. The other one's not that bad. A little weird, but not bad.
Fair. Are you just the archivist of the shelf?
Nah, I live here. Got a nice little hut all over in the corner next to the encyclopedias.
Still looks.
There's a little spider web over there.
Oh, it looks cozy.
Yeah.
Darian, do you want to come see us? Do you want to come look? The spider's name is Carmichael. They're very kind.
Yeah.
His name. I just
Can't
put two and two together. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I haven't, and I'm worried. I can't say I'm a huge fan of spiders, but I guess I can say hello.
Do you know
Hello
my
there.
cousin? He's a good fellow. Peter is his name. Peter B. Spider.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay, someone explain it to me, because I'm lost.
Well, the spider's named after one of the characters from Twilight. Out of character. Carmyle, I believe, is the dad's name.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Yeah.
Carlisle.
Yeah.
Carlisle.
That's what I thought he was going for. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. And Peter. What's
Peter
Peter?
B. Spider.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I got.
Fair. Okay.
He earned enough
thought-
to bring in, get some wealth amongst the family. And I managed to move into this nice little hut here. Great views. Little bit shit on the literacy sometimes, but we take what you can get when dealing with witches.
I'm quite surprised the cat, the Destroyer of Worlds, or whatever his name was, he hasn't eaten you yet?
We have a respect, me and Jim do. We have, we play cards on Mondays. Mondays and Fridays. He's not so good at it. Managed to earn my life. So, upon the rivers, I am safe.
Well, I'm glad you two have come to some sort of an agreement. It would
I'd
be a shame
advise
if you
you
got
do the
eaten in the
same.
night.
Try to find a way to keep him from eating your world. It's been a couple years since he ate a full world, so you need to be careful. He might be getting hungry.
Noted. Speaking of the cat, I was going to try something. What's the most open space on the floor that doesn't have any, like, dust or anything on it?
The rug
Hey.
in front of the fire.
That will do. I'm going to use Minor Illusion to create just a square, like an empty square, like a chalk circle, but like obviously not chalk,
Mm-hmm.
because cats can't see an open circle without sitting in it.
Mm-hmm. You're just
So I'm
like,
just gonna.
yeah, I'm gonna, and then you look down again, the cat's already there just looking at you.
I knew it. I've never had a cat before, but I've heard tales of this. Summoning circle for cats, it works. Hey, Sil, did you want to give the cat a pet?
So Silka walks over and basically gives like a silent ask for permission to give scritches.
It seems to regard you for a moment. Its ear twitches as one moment passes into a second, tilts its head the other way, before it gives you a nod.
It still gives scritches.
It purrs and twines around Still's legs.
Still is content.
Darian, you also notice your magic is gone.
Wait, what?
Your magic is gone.
Like my whole magic, or just the thing I just cast?
Just the thing you just cast.
Okay, that's fine. Second option was scarier.
Wait a minute. Still giving the cat scritches. Looks over at the spider. Can I roll Arcana to know if this is a fucking devourer?
You can try.
I don't know about try.
You think it might fall into the apocalypse class of creatures. As for the
Still
devourers specifically, they don't generally look like cats. They more often look like sheep.
Don't make fun of my sheep.
Someone from Wales, that terrifies me.
Still's going to tilt her head. And she's going to gather a sacred flame in the palm of her hand and sees what the cat does.
You see it sniffs it, then kind of bops it with its paw. You see the flames suddenly start to glitch out, turning different colors, suddenly getting bigger, getting smaller, looking like Tamerlane's foot, turning into a symbol of a god. And when it turns into a symbol of a god, it lunges at it, chomps on it, and just munches.
Do I know what god?
No.
That's
It
terrifying.
looked like a symbol of a god, but you aren't sure which one.
Fair. Okay, this time Sill's just going to just cast like the light spell in their hand and is just going to play ball with the cat.
It bats it around like it's an actual ball.
Giselle is just going to contently just sit on the carpet and play with this cat until the woman comes.
Fair. Darian, what are you up to?
I think Darian, as somebody who's never owned a pet, is just watching Silly in like befuddlement.
Fair. Tamerlan, are you back with us?
I never left.
You've missed every time we've tried to talk to you.
Really? Really? I've never heard. I haven't heard any of them.
Yeah, it means your net
I-
fucked up again. But yeah,
Oh.
fucking Sigurd was trying to talk to you.
Oh shit! Sorry. I literally I haven't heard me talking, so I figured. Oh, I guess they're just dealing with something.
Yeah, no, you're good. I put it in chat if you want to answer it.
Sure.
But
Yeah. I got a feeling I'm not gonna be much use in here.
As you look out, Tamerlan, you see the astral in a way you've never seen it before.
Whoa.
Knowing your past, you're pretty sure you're in uncharted sections of it. Because you don't recognize some of these stars. You don't recognize the scent of the magic moving around. You don't recognize any of it.
We're definitely in the astral sea, but not in any sections I transversed. Well, then again, I was only there for 10 years. I'm fairly certain you could spend all of eternity in the astral sea and you wouldn't even see. You'd see only most of it.
You've seen maps from some of the astral. It doesn't look like anything like this.
Ugh.
deep in the astral sea. Thank you, Tam.
Definitely smell. I can definitely smell the arcana.
Do I smell anything?
No.
No. Okay.
It's something you pick up when you've been in there a long time, or then also you're a spellcast. Then also if you're a wizard.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like when you sense like divine energy for when you're like a cleric or a paladin.
So it is the sea like I thought it was.
It's at that point, Tamerlan, you see a young girl just kind of float by on a little boat.
Huh.
It's a young girl, maybe 10. You can see little curved horns coming out, and her ears stick out.
Not the weirdest thing I've seen out here.
You see she sees
Probably gotta-
you and gives you a wave.
I wave back. Probably ran away from home or got abandoned.
Excuse me? You hear her say in Infernal, if you speak Infernal.
Let me double check.
I speak it, and I would say, how's it going?
Have you seen anybody by the name of Mr. Red?
Yeah, I don't speak infernal.
I would translate and say, do you know anybody that's Mr. Ed out here?
Mr. Red, the color.
Red, sorry.
I don't think so.
I'll shake my head, no, sorry.
Any
Above
dogs?
table. Above table. DC, I swear to the gods, if you put my child in the fucking astral, I will come for you.
What about any dogs?
No dogs come through here.
Oh. My uncle seems to have lost one, so I'm going to find him. Stay safe.
What's it look like?
Oh, he's a cute boy. He's small, but he's good. And he boofs.
Is it white?
He's got some white on him, yeah.
Is it a dog or a wolf?
It's a dog.
No. Okay. Well, good luck in your search. Be careful out there. There's a lot of weird things that happen out there.
Yeah. Stay safe. As she continues to paddle her little boat through the astral. To give you an idea of what she looks like. everyone, that is what the girl looks like.
Aw.
It's Nelly!
And she goes off to look for Mr. Red and her dog. You see she disappears into the darkness of the astral pretty quick.
I was gonna say, how long does it take? But okay, pretty quick.
Ugh. Don't worry, that stuff like that pops up here all the time.
How do you even get here?
Either through portals, either through a portal from one of the different realms, you find someone who sends you here, or like I did, my city had a portal.
Oh, so it's fairly. I mean, it's not crazy to get out here. Okay.
It's not the craziest, though I wouldn't call it easy. Only a few places really have that much experience, and if you try to come here yourself with magic and don't know the location, don't know where you're going, you could be. I don't know. I've heard stories where someone literally like all he tried, and 6 segments of him were found in 6 different realms.
Another reason I don't play with magic.
Plus, there's also the whole thing where if you try to like plane shift here, you can end up with thing where like you're seeing through you're seeing through your feet.
Please don't do that to me.
Don't worry, Don't worry, I'm not nearly powerful enough to cast that spell yet. Besides, the last time I did that, I tasted purple for like a week.
What's purple taste like?
Think of iron, sulfur, and magnesium.
So not tasty. Got it.
Yeah. Eh.
And if
All right.
go ahead.
Well, what were you gonna say? I was just gonna
I
say
was
like,
just
well, there's
gonna.
nothing else.
Yeah, I was gonna shut the door. Is what I was gonna say.
Yeah. It's too bad we're not in my areas. I know some really good places to get some red dust.
Fiending already, bud. We'll get that drink for you. I'll have you sniff it later. Don't worry.
Yeah. Huh.
So, is the party up to anything else as they wait? Is Tamerlan mounting the oven?
What oven?
Easy.
The one you just stood on?
Oh, honestly, yeah, he'll probably just like sit on top of it, like, toasty.
Pamela, are you trying to cook yourself? By the gods.
What? I'm not. I'm not in the oven. I'm just on top of it. Plus, I'm in my armor. It feels nice and toasty on here.
Tamerlan, get down from there before you burn yourself. God, you're.
Okay. What? We're in the astral sea. I was feeling nostalgic.
What kind of armor do you wear?
Chainmail.
Scylla's going
What?
to dig through her bag and she's going to hand you a cream. You're going to need that later.
Why do I need this?
You just sat on a hot stove. You might be having a bit of a oh, the
Delayed
adrenaline.
reaction.
Yes,
Oh, all right, fair enough.
and I'm not willing to put that on you.
Oh yeah, by the way, I then kind of like describe the lady that me and Sigurd, the girl that me and Sigurd were talking to. Yeah, they're looking for their dog or something out in the astral.
That's odd.
It's not too weird. I mean, people get lost in looking for stuff in the astral sea all the time. Usually not kids though.
And you didn't invite her.
Well, no, she seemed like she was on a mission.
Still looks ready to strangle Tamberlin. She's just exasperated.
Fair enough. Anything else you would like to do?
Since it was already smoky, and I'll take my pipe out and smoke it, but don't do the once a day thing with it. Just smoke it regularly.
Gotcha.
Wait.
A few moments later, you see the imp walk back in, the bookshelf separating again. Why can't we have a normal fucking door? Why do we have to go through a bookshelf? I really don't understand. You're not.
Aesthetic.
Who's going to be coming with me? The mistress will see you now.
Phil steps forward.
I mean, ideally, all of us, I think.
Phil looks at Tink and April. Are they coming with us?
We'll stay here. I'm very curious about some of these books over here.
Just stay away from the one that she was hitting on the floor.
I understand.
Oh no, above table is April going to mean smut.
She did work in a brothel. She probably likes it.
Exactly. A new idea is great.
Weird question. Can I investigate to see if I find any spell books or anything?
There aren't spell books on here. There's basic arcane theory on there, but no spell books.
Ugh.
But
Tamerlane,
yeah.
are you going to stay here and investigate the bookshelf?
Yeah, might as well.
you see the bookshelf open, and the imp goes through. Come this way.
Oh, oops. Oh, oops.
So, still looks at you and goes, "Don't hurt the spider," and follows the imp.
All right, fine.
April, you're in charge. As Tamerlane, the bookshelf will reclose for you to look at if you actually want to stay behind.
Yeah, I'll probably stay behind you three. Go nuts. Because honestly, just looking kind of at the map right now, yeah, it's better I don't be in that room.
Yeah.
Because not gonna lie, that entire cauldron just looks like a. Ooh, I wonder what that feels like.
Oh god. Yep. No,
Kid in a
stay.
candy shop. I got you.
Yep. April's in
Yeah.
charge of you right now.
As you walk in, you see a cauldron oozing with pink and purple vapors. Some are giving off sparks. You see feathers on the dais around it. And you see a number of different odd ingredients scattered throughout the room. The imp goes and plops down on one of the stone tables. As you can also see a witch standing in the other corner. She's not too terribly tall, sitting at about 5'8", a little bit taller than average. She has a large black cat and is dressed primarily in simple black robes that go rather nice with her long, unruly red hair.
They would just post up against the wall and just keep an eye on them.
Hello there.
Give me just a moment, my dear. I'll be with you shortly.
So we'll stop right there then.
As you see in front of her, there is a spell book floating next to her as she goes over what looks like the detached arm of a massive praying mantis.
Just to make sure, Sid, I could still see through this, right? This ain't a wall. Do I
No,
have to get
it's
over here?
a
Okay.
dais. It's a little bit raised, but you can see over it.
Alright, yeah, I'll stay where I'm at then.
You see she picks it up after a few moments and carries it to the cauldron. And then she gently pushes it into the air above it where it floats before gently landing in the cauldron itself. And she waves her hand, a large stick, starting to gently swirl the contents of the cauldron. Counterclockwise. After a few stirs, it suddenly switches to go in the other direction, adding 2 counterclock stirs, and then returns to the clockwise. Now, Darian, Sylvanus, and Sigurd. What can I do for you?
Have we met before?
On your timeline, I do not believe so, no. You see, she walks over this way and comes down the stairs.
Okay. I'm. Well, I'm. With my goddess, you don't question time. That being said, we were sent, to give you a hand.
Oh,
Yes, we are. We currently are in need of some guidance to investigate some attacks that have happened near Neverwinter recently, and in this general, well, in the swamp that we were in. We were told you might be able to help, though you would have a request of us in exchange.
of course, help never comes for free. You should know this very well by now. You're still rather young on your journey, but I imagine it's sunk in at least a little bit.
Phil is going to go to ask what she means and then gets a sinking feeling in her stomach. And while she doesn't know exactly what it is, feels as if the woman is very so much right. And kind of just shakes it off.
And you said attacks? I could assist with divining something or other for you. Putting you on the right path, since you very obviously wandered already. Things already don't seem to be going right, as Darian, you look much too old. You shouldn't have as much grey hair at the moment. Do you want to get that covered?
Oh, I think I'm okay. I think it makes me look quite distinguished.
If you continue doing that and you don't focus on what you need to, when it matters most, your age is going to catch you and you will be struck down.
Oh, that is the curse of being a human.
Yes, I suppose it is. But you have alternatives, and I advise you to look into them. Otherwise, your friends are going to die because of your carelessness.
Oh. I'm just gonna approach the elephant in the room here. You're saying you've known us from another time?
I suppose that's one way to put it. I know you later down the road, at least for you. My past, your future.
And I look younger in the future?
You should be younger now, which is the issue.
What do you mean? He already looks younger than when I first met him.
Yes, and he's still not where he needs to be. The disease that is coursing through his wrists is still present, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, the what now?
Wait, do you mean his. Do you mean the. Wait, what? Darian?
I am as lost as you are, Sil.
Spoilers, I suppose. Well, anyway, you'll need to look into it and you need to be careful. I don't want to hear that you got your friends killed by being foolish, understand?
Duly noted, if a little confused.
You'll get used to it. Now, I believe you said you were looking for some kind of information on attacks, yes?
Yes, it's rumored to be a dragon attack, though we think there's other things involved.
I think I vaguely remember the story. A quick divination spell will, of course, suffice, if it is the truth of the matter. But, as always, magic comes at a cost. And you said you were willing to do a job?
Yes.
Good, good. I find myself needing an ingredient, one that I do not easily have on hand, but should be readily available in your world. Are you willing to do some monster slaying for me?
What we're good at.
Good.
I think the only thing I ask is that I think the only thing that I hope for is that it's not any more mushrooms.
No, the mushrooms won't disease you for quite a while yet. But,
That's disconcerting.
So many diseases.
yes, when you think you're immune to them all, you rather stop paying attention to them, don't you? She gives you a judging look, Darian.
Paladins.
That's what my thinking was. Yeah.
Wait, what did she say?
When you think you're immune to diseases, you rather stop looking out for them, don't you?
Paladins divine health. They're level 3 thing.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I know. I just didn't hear.
Get that to 12, man.
But
Okay.
I have other levels to do first.
in the swamp in which you are in, I believe you are in the Mirror of Dead Men, correct?
Yes.
There is a hydra that has been moving about. It has been hunting and causing issues on travelers in the area. It is not the target in which you seek, but it is something that I need. I need specifically its heart, and not any hydra will do. It has to specifically be this hydra. It is bathed in magics that are rather conducive to the experiments in which I am currently dealing with. Do you think you will be able to kill it for me and bring me its heart?
Yeah. I can't.
Good.
As long as you don't expect us to bring it back beating.
It will be beating whether you want it to or not. Its rejuvenative properties are rather extreme. I would be careful when handling it, however. If left too long and it takes you too long to return to my home, it will regenerate completely.
Noted.
We have a bag of holding, right?
Whether or not it's in the bag, it will regenerate.
Yeah. It basically do the same thing as a spirit naga.
As well, with as much magic as it has been imbued with, the standard methods of dealing with hydras are not going to work. You are going to need it hard to hit it hard and hit it fast. You'll need to overcome its regenerative properties, as it is not going to stop.
So we need to do as much damage as possible as quickly as possible.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Is it a? Do you know of any immunities or resistance that it might have?
You see, she taps her cheek as she begins to think. I don't think it should have any immunities except maybe to force damage.
Oh.
All right.
But the magics have
Resistances?
none that I can think of.
I'm going on a full frontal assault then.
All right.
You'll need to be careful and you'll need to survive. I don't want to be dealing with a split timeline again. It is quite the mess to clean up. She rubs one of her temples. And you hear her suddenly raise her voice. As Tamerlane, you hear this suddenly as you're looking through the book. And Tamerlane, do not touch that book in specific. You have already made enough of a mess with that timeline. Tamerlane, how do you respond to the voice suddenly barking at you?
Tamlin is muted.
Blue! God damn it!
One sec. I got this.
Blue!
I'm sorry. I was talking with my dad.
Okay, we thought your net might have broken.
Well, no. My net's working fine right now. I had to go talk to my dad for a second. What's up?
You're good. You just got called out. You were reaching out to touch a book when a voice suddenly spoke up to say, "Do not touch that book, Tamerlane. You have made enough of a mess of that timeline." In a strong, commanding voice.
Wait. Timelines? He says as he begins to smile.
Do not
Oh hell
touch
yes!
it.
As he reaches for the book.
Your arm suddenly slaps you in the face.
Oh, what the? No. What? A barrier.
No, you didn't hit a barrier. Your hand suddenly stopped, turned around, and bitch slapped you. Your own hand betrayed you.
Okay. All right. Message received.
Good boy. You see a little tray of biscuits appears next to you.
Thanks.
Have a biscuit.
So if I can ask how's the talk going to whoever is speaking to me right now?
They don't respond any further as they turn back to Syl. I think your time within my home is coming to a close. Tamerlane's getting ideas.
That sounds about right. When we bring back the heart, I'll give it to you myself so that he doesn't cause more issues.
He will cause issues whether or not you want him to or not. It is his nature.
Fair. But at least I can leave him with Korvac, and Korvac can have him sit in the canoe.
Korvac is still alive, is he? Good. He'll be helpful with what is to come.
Syl's gonna rub her wrist.
Now, off with you, unless there's any further questions.
I've got one. What's your name?
I have many names, but the name you often use is Malevolous.
Can I roll the... Is there anything I can roll to know who the fuck this is?
You are not familiar with the name.
Okay.
Did you say Malev or Malef?
Lev.
Okay.
Mevalice.
Are you gonna post? Are you gonna post her artwork?
I can do that, yeah. One
Make sure to name her.
Please. She has a character sheet, so I actually have her name.
For the rest of us.
Yep. do, 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 do. That is not how I spell that. Oh, that's the wrong channel. Whoops.
That's Hellfire. They must be very confused.
No, they're not. They didn't see anything. There you go. And that way we can show those that are watching. Show.
Pretty.
She's very
Nice.
pretty. Before we go, I don't think it's going to work. above table. I'm gonna use 5 of my lay on hands to try and dispel a disease on myself and aim it at my wrist.
Nothing happens.
Alright, I knew it. It was worth a shot.
I'll look into it, Darius. Or Darian, not Darius. I
One
will look
day.
into it. Yeah. I'll look into it, Darian, when we get out of here.
Oh, I do have somebody I could ask to look into it as well, but I don't know if it's a good idea for them to do that.
Is it your patron?
Mm-hmm.
Out of everyone you could have made a deal with, why? Why did it have to be an undead?
Well, think of it this way: if the disease is gonna kill me, if I'm undead, maybe it won't matter.
Darian, roll insight.
That I can do. I'll take it.
You get the distinct feeling that if you become a fucking lich, you're going to have to deal with Phil.
Just a normal Sunday.
Not when she's no longer pulling punches.
Yeah, true. Darren won't become a lich. It's fine. He'll just become something else.
Let's go find the Hydra. So we'll give Mevelus courtesy nod.
Make sure you come back alive. There are a lot of lives riding on yours.
No pressure then.
This is no
Why
new
don't-
pressure that you didn't already know about, Darian, even if you have been ignoring it.
They have kicked over the trash can again.
Mm-hmm. Darren's just gonna kind of look at her and just nod and walk away.
Fair.
Trying to be nice, but you know.
Come on, Sigurd. Phil is gonna give Carlisle a nod.
He nods to you. That's not even. Oh yeah, that is Carlisle.
Give this bookcase a knock, I guess, and hope it works.
Just locking us in.
No, Carlisle was the spider. You never
Yeah, I
got
was
the ants'
gonna-
names.
Oh, did I give the imp a nod?
Yeah. I got very confused. I didn't think that was his name. Yeah, Carlisle. It's Carlisle the spider.
Yeah. Darian, are you gonna move through?
Oh, CVS.
Yeah, I was knocking it to see if it would open.
Oh, it opened as soon as you got up there.
Okay, so
As you see, Tamerlane is giving a book a death stare.
Phil's gonna grab Tamerlane and go, "Come on, we're leaving.
Oh, wait. How'd the meeting go?
We're gonna go kill Hydra."
Fun stuff.
Wait, a Hydra? Awesome!
You are too excited about this.
Are you kidding? Dude, I've never been able to study a Hydra before. This is going to be exciting.
You could see Sig's kind of happy to finally be able to stretch his legs.
And best news, if we can get its venom, we can make the most powerful poison in existence.
What do you
Hydras
know
aren't
about
poisonous.
Hydras, though? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what do you know about Hydras?
What was that, CC?
The Hydras aren't poisonous.
I thought they had poisonous blood.
No,
Oh no, wait, I'm mixing it up with Greek mythology. My bad.
they might be. Yeah. The strongest
Yeah,
poison I think in D&D is purple worm poison.
Oh, okay, then I will rephrase that as, oh wait, Hydra blood. Yeah, I wonder what I could do with that.
But besides the normal knowledge, do you guys know anything else about a Hydra?
If you cut off one of its heads, 2 more grow back.
They
What if you
regenerate like
born-
crazy.
What if you blown them off? Sorry, Tim.
I've heard that as a theory. I've never seen it done.
It normally works, but apparently this one's drenched in magic, so we were told that it won't. We're gonna just have to be able to hurt it faster than it can regenerate.
So,
So-
all right. So we just kill the thing and then we're good.
We have to get its heart. Tamerlane, you are not allowed to touch it.
Why not?
I don't trust you to do something stupid. And Syl opens the door.
As you see, the boat is sitting in front of you again.
Gonna step out and reach out a hand for April.
She is going to take it and nimbly step into the boat. As y'all are able to get back on.
I'll probably
must
be the
study
last
this
one
house.
on. You guys all good?
What was that, Sig?
I said I'll probably be the last one on with Dorian to make sure you guys get on pretty all good. Darian, sorry, I keep calling you Dorian. My bad, bro.
It's fine. Nobody ever calls me my real name. I'm used to it by now.
In my defense, Darian and Darius are really close, and Blue plays Darius.
Yeah.
But in that one, I talk in a shitty Scottish accent.
Oh god.
Is that the game that you guys playing that has the dude doing the wannabe Samurai Jack voice, Scottish guy?
No, that's a Mad Mage game.
Oh, okay.
But what do y'all want to do as y'all hear the door close shut behind you?
Yeah, time to find a Hydra. Though Phil will let Korvac know what's been going on and what we are tasked to do.
Monster slaying isn't the worst if you're prepared. Are you ready to take a Hydra? Or should we take time to rest?
I had enough rest. I'm ready.
I was
Yeah, I think
gonna
he's had a full
say,
long rest
yeah.
already.
Phil's gonna look up at the sky. What time of day is it?
Y'all were pretty late towards the end of the night. The end of the day when y'all found it. Because y'all had to
Let's
travel a
find-
good ways.
Let's find a place to rest for the night. Actually, yeah, let's camp for the evening.
Not good to hunt at night, so yeah. Even though he's looking forward to the fight, he's not stupid. So yeah.
You hear from April in the back once y'all have managed to find another little island to settle in on. So, do we have any idea how we're finding it?
That was one of my
Above-
questions I had as well.
Above table, I was realizing after we had left the inn that we had forgotten to ask. Phil's just gonna like speak into the ether on the hopes that this woman can hear. How do we find the Hydra?
It remains quiet.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I'll ask my god. Maybe he can have an answer for me.
What's up, Sigurd?
Oh, I'm typing in. Sorry, I hit enter before I wanted to, but I was gonna say no one has message.
Message you need to be able to know where the person is. You'd be looking for
Oh.
sending.
Oh, sending.
Wait a minute. I have sending. Thank you, Sigurd.
That was Cody.
Oh,
Sigurd would know what that is.
Thank you. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
Phil's gonna go, wait a moment. And she's gonna cast sending and ask her where we find the Hydra.
Roll me a
does-
D100. Or no, I rolled that. Never mind.
does-
Let's see.
Oh no.
You
Yeah,
be
I
nice
don't-
to me.
I have sending, but I don't have it prepared yet.
I have it.
I left the divining rod in your bag. Just follow it and you'll find it.
Phil opens her bag.
You see right at the top, there's a little Y-shaped sticker.
Fair enough. Closes the bag. We'll be able to track it. It'll be fine.
It was very helpful that she told us about that before we left, but you know.
We didn't ask.
She's a very cryptic one, that lady.
Most witches are, especially those with divine powers, specifically that for divination. How are we doing, watches? Quebec, I'm going to assume that you're not going to trust me to sleep again.
Me right. Or prove me wrong, and I might. But you have yet to have done so.
Oof.
Phil just looks at him and pouts.
I can go first watch if you like. I've got some things to think about anyway.
If you want to double up, I could take that with you.
There are
If not,
4
I'll
watches.
take the second one.
So
4
Darian
watches, 8
and
people, 2 each.
Darian and Sigurd for first watch. Syl and Korvac will take last.
So who's with Rufus? And Tamara.
I mean, yeah. Rufus can deal with Tamerlane.
Fair. So April and Tink are going to be together, and Rufus and Tamerlane are going to be together.
Yep.
They're going to take the second watch, while Tamerlane gets the third.
I can't wait to go back to that place. That place was awesome.
During the first watch, Sigurd and Darian, what are y'all up to?
You would probably see him do his one of the Bruce Lee thing that he does before he goes to bed, and if you could do it fast, slow, you could do it fast. So he's just doing his like stances and stuff like that while he's keeping an eye out on around.
I think Darian is flicking between keeping watch and then also like analyzing every inch of his wrist.
It looks like a wrist as far as you can tell.
I do not
Ye-
like that lady.
Sigurd Horde, so he probably would have asked you when you were by yourself and been like, "Do you think this is the price you paid for your deal?"
I don't think so. The marks my my pact are very, very different to this. They cover
So
most
this
of
is
my upper body, so
something different. Got it.
my main concern is what the disease could be. From what I understand of paladins, we should be immune to diseases, so it seems like
Wow.
something quite powerful.
I went to magic means.
I'm just not sure when I would have picked it up.
Nothing comes to mind during the whole. What's the place that went into the hells? What's the place? Silvery Moons.
Nothing in particular. It was
Concerning.
fit as a fiddle, well, given my age, up until we started venturing, so I can't see it being anything then.
She says you're supposed to be younger than you are. How old are you? I thought you were an old fart this whole time.
Uh, mid-40s.
Not too old, but not looking like you're 50, 60.
I mean, he
Yeah.
looks like he's in his 30s.
Mid to late 30s right now.
Oh, so I have it backwards. He looks younger than he is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah,
would have
when-
reversed that. My bad, guy. My bad, bro.
It's alright. Yeah, when I was gifted the magic by my patron, I seemed to de-age a little bit, which... Yeah, if I already look older than I should be at this point, that's even more concerning.
Something for your patron to talk to, maybe.
Do note it wasn't when you made the pact with your patron that you start de-aging a little bit. It was when you took the Whispering Wood.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I was around then, so I would have seen the change.
No,
Okay.
because Darian is correct. It was when he made the deal with his patron.
Yeah, he immediately looked younger, especially after the whole his mind got thing from the mushroom cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
He
thought
might have
so.
looked even younger when he took the Whispering Woods, so that would put him at early 30s. But he definitely started it when he got his patron.
Yeah, because I remember the session after I got it, I was playing very chipper.
I'll have to look back into it. I do not remember. It was a while ago.
Gotcha.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
I
they
got-
were like within 2 weeks of each other or something, so...
I got to change your notes for my notes.
I
Oh,
think-
sorry.
Because I think I got my warlock powers, and then like the first fight we did after that was against the devil, so which is just before we go to the Whispering Woods. So we were very, very close.
Yeah, that was
Either
a
way.
busy month.
Yeah,
Continuing on.
yeah. I think Darren's just gonna spend the rest of the watch just brooding, very
Yeah.
uncharacteristically for Darren.
They would have caught that, and then he would have went to go do his kata. Can't pronounce it right now. Sorry, but his stances.
Or anything else y'all do throughout the watch?
Don't think so. I think at some point Darren will probably kind of try and shake it off and just focus on the watch.
Hey. Still managed to get through y'all's relatively unscathed. Y'all think y'all saw a giant snake slither by at one point, but it doesn't come anywhere near the party.
I would have told the second group that we had action, but nothing besides that.
Tink and April are going to take over that. Nothing really happens on their watch, leading us to Tamerlane and Rufus. Tamerlane, anything you're doing during your watch?
Not really. He's more just thinking about that book and the whole timelines thing they heard from that house. And honestly, just the house itself. Instant access to the astral plane anytime I wanted. Sounds fun. Besides that, he's just having like a whiskey while he's on watch.
Rufus is in the top of a tree. Just on the middle
Good
of the
boy.
island. He's up at the top looking around. But you definitely hear something moving around during your watch. You're not entirely sure what it is, but it never comes in to fight. So you all, for the most part, leave it be.
Alrighty. Anything else happen?
Nope, it's all quiet.
Alrighty. As after that finishes, I'll head over to wake up Syl and Korvac for the fourth watch.
You notice when you're going over there, Korvac is already sitting up. He gives you a nod, and you're able to go to Syl.
Yeah, I go to Syl and I let them both
would
know that
also,
I did notice something out there, but it never approached. I couldn't get a good look at it.
Noted.
You also
Thank
know
you.
that the first watch did see something moving out there, a snake. It was passed down by April and Tink.
So I think something's out there, whether it's just eyeing us up as prey or just scouting us out. I don't know exactly.
I'll keep an eye on it. Get some sleep.
All right, I take off my armor and I pass out.
Fair.
Bill's gonna put her armor on. And she's going to see if she can start. She's going to do her patrols and see if she can see this thing that the watches have been seeing.
You see the night is starting to lighten up by this point. It's been a good long while. But you don't see anything out there. You hear the sound of creatures moving about, splashing in waters, moving, hunting, running, living. All the natural sounds of a swamp, which is a little odd because you're in the Mirror of Dead Men, which should be full of undead.
Bill's going to take out the dowsing rod to see if it feels like the creature's close by. See if we're getting stalked.
You see it immediately teeters you off to the north or the northwest.
Does it seem far or close?
You're not sure.
Sill's going to not wander like far, but wander to like the edge of camp and look around in that general vicinity.
You don't see anything new, no new feeling. It just seems to be off in that direction.
Okay. So it doesn't give me distance. What's it? You see anything, Corback?
Unfortunately, no. All is quiet as far as I can see.
That's going to be disconcerting. Not going to be. That is disconcerting.
Yes, I suppose. But it is the expectation for these lands.
Still will nod. She's going to put the rod back in her bag. And I think at one point during the night, she's going to pull, during the watch, she is going to pull out the book, her book again, and see if there's any changes to name.
Not that you've noticed.
Okay.
You spend some time looking over, making sure, double checking, and nothing.
Mm-hmm. She'll put it away. But I think other than that, she's just going to continue to keep watch and just fiddle with the ring around her neck that's kind of melted.
You do hear from Korvac about an hour in.
Do you have any ideas on how we're going to hunt and kill this Hydra?
That dowsing rod that I pulled out, I was told would bring us straight to it.
That only gets us to the battlefield.
Darian's force magic, or force magic in general, is apparently probably not going to work. Nor is the normal method of dealing with a Hydra. We're going to have to jump it, hit it hard, hit it fast. If we can get in and take it by surprise, that would be best. It'll allow all of our frontliners to get in and start, for lack of a better term, wailing on it. But we basically have to beat its regeneration. And then we have to get it back to her before the heart reforms into another Hydra.
I'd imagine if it manages that, it will be rather upset.
Yeah, most creatures that have the regeneration property tend to be upset when they reform after they've been killed. Not pleasant.
We may be stoking a creature that is capable of an internal vendetta. Are you all right with that?
Bill almost reflexively says, "I've done it before, I'll do it again." pauses, shakes her head.
Do we have any idea of where we are going to be fighting?
Swamplands, I would assume.
Let's hope it is on land, or perhaps in shallow waters.
I hope so as well.
You see,
But
go ahead.
she did specifically say it was in the swamp.
You see Korvac settles down and starts going back to his little board game he's been carrying around.
What are you playing?
Go.
Say that in not Korbach's voice?
Go.
How do
G-O.
you play?
He'll start explaining the rules to you. It's a rather simplistic yet complicated game.
Still listens and watches, as well as making sure to keep an eye out on what's going on around the camp.
It consists of 2 types of little stones and a gridded board. He puts whites down and then he puts blacks down, seeming to play against himself. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
As the night goes on, continuing to keep watch, Phil will every now and again come and like play as well, almost like he'll take a turn, do a lap while he takes his turn, and then she'll take a turn, kind of thing. That way, he's not just playing against himself, but at the same time watches us get done.
They say you can tell a lot about an individual's methodology when playing this game. That is why it was commonly played amongst the generals in ancient wars.
Well, what does it say about me then?
I do not know. I'm still working on the readings.
Fair enough.
But sometimes people play overly aggressive. Or perhaps they are cautious and slow, laying traps instead of all-out attacks. The way you play Go is the way you wage a war, so it is said.
You will see Syl is specifically playing in such a way and where it seems that at some point she's very aggressive, but there will be little traps here and there to try and trip up.
Fair. But the rest of the night makes it through relatively easily, allowing the rest of the party to wake up.
As they start to wake, Syl's working on breakfast.
April is helping. As she always do.
Sigurd would have started his walkout as soon as he woke up. Push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, all that good stuff.
Fair. So, the question of the day, what will y'all do? Will y'all set out immediately? Will y'all make a battle plan? Rufus is still in the tree, by the way. You can see his head hanging. The tree? He is still fast asleep. His head is hanging out from one of the branches. He is
Why don't
down.
you guys Why don't you guys start talking about battle plans? Why I go get a wolf out of a tree? And Syl's going to start climbing the tree.
I'll say out loud is my battle plan is hit things hard. If any of you guys have an idea, though, I'll go with it.
Honestly, my goal is basically to just get that thing in the is to, if I can get that thing in the water, is hit with as much lightning power as I can.
But if it's in the water, our friends would get caught by that current. No, he's not that smart. Never mind. He doesn't say that.
He's the combatant, though, and that is common knowledge.
Okay, so yeah, I would point that out too.
Yeah, that's why. Thankfully, most of us are ranged, but I got a feeling also, depending on the situation, is we're gonna be fighting him in the boats.
Would stop? Yeah, it wouldn't go onto the boats. Yeah. But what if the wood is damp though? No, it wouldn't. I don't think so. If that's the
No,
case, yeah.
wood doesn't conduct.
Let's hope that we're not fighting him in the boat though. But yeah. How deep is the water? I forgot you said it in when we were pushing the raft. I forgot though.
Depends on where you go. You're ranging from a couple feet to 20 to 30.
I think until we see the area that the Hydra's in and we can, formulate a battle plan from there, it's going to be quite difficult to plan too much out. To see what we're up against first.
You hear from April in the back. By the time we're there on the field and can fight the Hydra, it'll be too late to make any plans.
First thing that happens with the plan is change the plan when it gets into it, but it's always good to go with a common plan. I mean, Dorian has a point though. We could say that we could fight him in the water, and what if we fight him on land? But vice versa, or what if he's in the sky the whole time flying? I don't know if Hydras fly.
Hydras do not fly.
But
Still calls down. The Hydra's gonna have this bested on in water, but no, it cannot fly.
that's one good thing then.
The best thing I think we can avoid is maybe, as I kind of looked at Darian and stuff, if you're gonna slash, don't try and cut the heads off.
Noted. If the landscape is suitable for me to run in, I will try and maybe attack the legs, slow it down. If I can't get in because of the landscape, then I can always stay back and support.
I would think that we shouldn't cut even. I mean, damage the head, but don't blow it off even, just for the chance that it might grow back.
Or at the very least, I'd say maybe stab it, don't slash it.
I was gonna say if you want to cut something off the legs and stuff like Dorian said, would probably be a good idea. I don't think Sig knows a lot about the Hydra to begin with, so he wouldn't know even how to make a plan. He would have to see it, like Dorian's pointing out.
Actually, wait, I think we might have another small problem. Did the lady happen to mention how many heads this thing has?
She did not.
I do not remember. Yeah, I don't think she did.
Oh. Okay, because depending on how many heads it has, it may also be a major problem.
Why, more heads stronger, I would assume.
Well, more heads means it can attack that many more. I'm hoping it doesn't have more than, like, I want to say 3 or 4 heads.
Well, if you're ever making a plan, it's always go with worst case scenario than best case scenario, because it's more likely going to be somewhere in the middle.
Got it.
What's the max number of heads have you heard of these creatures having?
There is no definitive number.
I have 1,000 if we up to that. He's saying this as he's walking out. He doesn't stop.
Anything else from the party as y'all try to plan?
Phil's currently trying to wake up Rufus.
Oh, he falls out of the tree when you're fucking with him. He goes crashing to the ground. Doesn't wake up the entire time.
That? Phil's gonna climb down the tree and start getting worried.
You see he is snoring. He's fine.
Rufus isn't normally this hard to wake up. So she's starting to panic shake him.
He sleepily looks over at you, gives you a derpy look, and then licks your face.
Don't do that to me, boy. Scared me silly.
He reaches out with a giant paw, puts it on your shoulder, and pulls you under him. And now he is sleeping on you.
I have been kidnapped.
He nuzzles up like the big teddy bear dog he is, despite being a direwolf.
He's a good boy. Are we ready to head out?
Yep.
Minus the fact that I've been kidnapped. Corback, can I get a hand?
I would have probably grabbed a bowl and tried to tempted him with the food to let him go.
He definitely comes to investigate that.
And I'll put it down on the ground since they made breakfast for everybody. And
He is going to scarf it up like the happy boofer he is. But after that, do y'all have any more planning y'all want to do before y'all set out again?
Still mentioned seeing if possible for our frontliners to try and get in. Let's try stealth when we start to see it. And hopefully get as many of our frontliners in as possible. Basically trying to get us as close as possible so that we can wail on it.
sounds like a good idea to me. But how would we know when we're getting close to it? Does that little rod thing grow brittle or something?
No, I have no idea, but I mean, it's the Hydra.
So you're saying that we would notice when we're getting close, though? Okay.
I hope so, unless it's in the water in that case. Well, if it's in the if it sees us before we see it, it's gonna be for a fun day.
Got it.
So here's the question. How do y'all want to organize yourselves on the boats?
I'll
I
be
mean,
the. Oh, go ahead. So
are you meaning like who's on which boat?
And what order y'all have?
I'll either be in the front of the boat or in the back pushing it. Whatever.
Still has the rod, so she's gonna need to be up front.
Okay. Who's going? Effectively, you've got three rows, two that y'all can spread out between. Usually, the front bit is empty, while the back is full. Who wants to be in the very front? Sil?
Yeah.
I could be
Effectively,
in the
here
front.
y'all can do
Yeah.
it like this.
Julian, where do you want to be? Assembly in the middle, so we get all the buff that you have, or well, we could get it no matter where you're at on the.
Put yourselves on the boat.
Yeah, I think if I'm in the middle, I can defend with my sword as well. So
Do note whoever has to be using the paddle, the stick to push, will need both hands to do so and won't be able to equip a shield.
I'll do it then, since I'm a monk. I don't worry about a shield and armor and all that. I'll be in the back pushing it.
Yeah, I don't have a shield either, so I'll do as well.
Make sure you're putting yourself on the grid.
Am I
Oh,
on?
okay.
Am I on the end already? I
Yeah.
figured I was. Yeah.
You're at whichever end you want to be. The
I'm
same
assuming
on
the
both
one
ends.
I am. Yeah.
And Sigurd and Darian are both in the back. Not Sigurd and Darian. Sigurd and Tamerlane.
Yeah, we don't need shields, so we'll be back to use the orange.
Where do y'all want Tink and April? Effectively, one of them's going to be next to Syl, one's going to be next to Darian.
What classes are they again?
Tink is a artificer, while April is a wizard.
So neither one of. Yep, that's gonna be a problem too. So I'll go front then. I'll go front. We need at least one.
I honestly think Tink should go in front because Tink can fly. So at the very least, if something does happen, they can get out of danger pretty fast.
Yeah, and April should be in the middle.
Okay. If you guys are good with that, you know them better than I do. So, all right.
Alrighty. I can work with that.
Now, Tink's a fairy. How big of a fairy is she? Like big enough to see in eyes, or do I have to like squint to see her?
They're pretty small.
Okay.
I think they're about a foot tall.
So
At
big
most.
enough where I don't have to squint like a bug size. Okay.
Yeah.
I just put relatively they're about the size of a chihuahua.
Got it.
So again, y'all find yourself making your way through the swamp. As you leave the area in which the hut was sitting, you notice the area starts to go quiet again, like it was when you first got in here. And you'll see moving on some of the islands the ancient places of old battlefields. Corpses, banners, weapons, all left behind in the swamp.
How recent do some of them look? Like are they
Ancient. They're
ancient?
hundreds of
Alright.
years old.
Got it.
That's why this area earned the name the Mare of Dead Men. And you'll also see undead shambling about on some of the hills.
But they don't seem interested in us still.
Y'all are keeping y'all's distance.
Should we start out stealth? Just go. It might be a little longer to go get there, but should we just start stealthing right off the bat, or wait a little longer?
Well, we have it. Phil's going to be pointing in the guiding in the direction that we need to go. But she's also keeping an eye out for the Hydra. She'll let you know when she thinks it's close.
It gives a thumbs up.
Alrighty. So as y'all are moving, the water is of course still quiet, and y'all start to see odd things peeking out from under the water as these rusted metal pillars start to show up. Look like they were originally made with bronze.
Like something used to be here. Pillows, like towel.
Definitely man-made, not massive pillars, but
Okay.
small ones that barely peek up out of the water. Usually see them most right around the islands.
Is the water clear enough to see? Which I don't think so, since we're in the swamp. But
It's pretty
the
murky.
seeing,
Not really.
Yeah.
Can I roll a history to see if there's like a purpose to these things?
Actually, be Arcana, not History.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I roll that?
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna use a hero point since I have 5 of them to roll with advantage. Do, do, do. Okay.
nice.
best as y'all are able to tell, they look like some kind of arcane marker, maybe once used for light on a road leading to something, maybe a fort or something. Effectively, think torches on the roadside, but permanent facilities made of magic. They're more durable in a storm.
Okay. So we'll relay this.
Not Darian, Tamerlane knows it too.
Yep.
Ugh, it's truly a dreadful place.
As y'all are continuing on, you also notice the water is starting to get clearer. As deep under the water, you see some of the pillars are still somewhat powered. As it looks like it's somewhat cleansing the water a little bit, keeping it from becoming really, really murky.
Would pushing more magic into them help them stay active longer?
No, you need to connect them to the magical generator they're likely attached to.
So we'll keep a lookout for it.
You know, if it's probably at whatever base of operations is in the area, whether it be an ancient city, an ancient fort, something like that.
Okay. She'll keep an eye out for it with everything else.
So you continue to sail, moving along until you see what looks like part of a cliffside that reaches up out of the water. And sitting in front of it, or sitting dead center in it, there is what looks like a large gateway that is now underwater. Do, do, do. Boop. Underneath, y'all can see the remains of what looks
That's tight.
like an ancient gateway. Maybe a pad for incoming teleportation circles or something. You're not really sure what it is.
Can I do like a history check to see what this might have been like in terms of like is this like elvish, dwarvish?
Yeah.
I will also do one of those.
Same.
Based on the still, you're not sure, but Tamerlane and Darien, you'll look at it, and based on the smooth lines and a lot of geometrical shapes being used, you think this might be ancient dwarf, which is odd because you're a long way from the mountains.
Oh,
You have the Sword Mountains on the other side of the road, but the Mare of Dead Men is kind of a hilly flatland.
oh God. Another problem too. If this place was made by dwarves, that means this place is going to be either full of traps or very hard to get through because this place is very well fortified.
Careful.
What will you?
Well,
As it looks like the entrance is angled down, and it looks like it goes deep into the water.
where's the dowsing rod taking us?
Right towards the entrance.
I would
Oh,
think. Go
I
ahead.
guess we're getting wet then.
Um,
It doesn't turn into a cave right here, see? It just goes straight into underwater.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like it looks like it's a path down into a cave, but it has been filled with water.
Got it. Okay.
Phil's gonna look at April and Tamerlane and go, this is about where you guys are going to need water breathing.
Good thing we came prepared.
The moment I use the scroll, it dies, right?
No, you learned it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I
We
did.
took.
Did
Yeah,
you
we took
did
the
you
time
take
when
the
we.
time
yeah,
to
go ahead.
Copy it down because April did.
No, I didn't. Well, no, I didn't have the money to copy it.
Oh, so April's the only one that did.
Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, we haven't had much money lately. I need gold to put the spells down.
Fair.
Got
What are
it.
you talking about, Tamerlane? I literally told you that I'd pay for it.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I
You
think
just
you'll
see
use
Phil
the,
actively. Yeah. I used the money in the fund because we have party funds. Phil gave you the money for it.
Tamerlane just never did it. Oh
Phil
Okay, no,
actively.
you're gonna have to double check back where that was because I literally have no memory of that at all.
no!
It's when we were starting out. It's when we started out on this whole dragon
Yeah.
thing. We got the cart.
Yeah.
You stayed in the cart with Sil, so you could copy it.
Oh
with
fuck, now I remember.
with April, not Sil.
Oh, I thought Sil was driving, but they were in the cart learning
They
it.
were
Is
in
what
the
I thought.
Whispering Wood, learning it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that explains why I'm out of money now because I realized I only have like 5 silver on me now.
You're supposed to have water breathing.
Okay.
We needed it for this.
Technically, you'll need it for something else, but it just happens to work here.
Okay.
Fair.
But so y'all are going to be sailing closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe cast a spell first.
Well, let's get to the dry land over there
You'll
because
continue.
then they can once we get over there they can ritual cast
You
it.
said it's clear in here. Can I keep an eye on the water to make sure nothing's gonna jump out at us?
Yep, you can see the remains of those large mechanisms deep under the water. They've been relatively well preserved, oddly enough. You can only see a little bit of moss growing on them. But that's not what catches your eye, Sigurd, because as you're sailing forward, in the cavern, you see the water start to move.
This is why I said to use the spell before we got closer.
As you see a great golden beast emerging.
I would have probably did a low whistle and did a head nod so you guys would know what direction like look up.
Oh, it's not only you. Everybody sees this.
Okay.
Because it's the way y'all are going.
Yeah.
And y'all see it's moving just under the water. Despite how deep the water is, it looks big. But you see that it sees you. And you know all hell is about to break loose. As that is the beast that is emerging.
Oh, so many heads already.
I was gonna say I'm counting at least
It
7,
has
8, 5.
heads.
Oh, I overcounted. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Image has more. It has 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was gonna say I count 7, but all right. Got it. 5 heads.
Well, it's not like you can change the portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I can. I just didn't want to because hydrant pictures are hard to find. Either way, you see this thing seize y'all, and it is coming as one of the heads starts moving in this strange lunging motion. Aki, leave my internet alone. I'll fight you.
Well, the Hydra sounds different, though, I imagined.
You can see it starts to make this strange sound, and you can see the water reverberate around it as the sound rushes through the water. And can I get a perception check from the party?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Better than a 0 or 1, man. You're good.
True.
Now I just need Sills.
Yeah, it's coming. One day it'll go through.
Sill and Sigurd, y'all are both catching it as y'all see the water reverberate and you're looking around and you see something else coming in.
Oh, don't tell me this too.
Aki! A great beast is swimming directly for y'all's ships. But as y'all are caught in the middle, this is going to be a long fight, and we only have 30 minutes left, so I am going to leave it here. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun.